Okay. Steps to go, Mike. Alright. Let's see here. Got the water chip. Found the thief. Alright, so we're going to be joining the Brotherhood today, I think. But first we have to get through a dungeon called the Glow. So do I have any ropes? I'm going to need one. I don't appear to have a rope. Gonna need to go find one. Alright. Okay. Did they give me the location for the Glow yet? Doesn't look like it. Okay. Well, anyway. Let me try heading for the hub and see if anybody there can sell me a rope. Oh, I got an encounter. What's going on here? Oh, rad scorpions. No big deal. Alright, let's see if anybody here can sell me a rope. Yeah, they've got lots of books in the hub. That's always nice. Okay, let's see here. Oop. Give them a 12 for that. Oh, do I have anything I can sell them for some caps? Got some extra guns. Alright, let's get rid of those. Boop. Take everything you have. Thank you. Alright, let's go find the glow. Alright. Oh, this is one of the rare encounters. So these are the talking cows. Alright. I can't believe I never got directions to the glow. Oh well. I think it's down here somewhere. There we go. Alright, so I need to take some Rad-X. Let me check the Geiger counter. Did I get any radiation on my way in? Hi, Adam. No, you haven't missed much yet. I don't think we've done anything yet. So we're headed into the glow, which is rather important site here. We're going to find out some stuff about the FEV and learn a little bit about the origins of the Brotherhood of Steel. Which, irritatingly enough, the new Fallout 76 has decided to retcon most of this stuff. It really annoys me. Yeah, Fallout 76 makes absolutely no sense to me. Alright. Do I have Rad-X? I mean, Radaway. There's Radaway. Okay, so I've got plenty of Radaway. Rem counter reads 18. Alright, let's go ahead and use a single Radaway. I'm doing okay, Adam. The talking cows there, that was a special encounter. One of many sort of silly things they put in this game that you can randomly find. You know, stuff like running into the shuttlecraft Galileo from Star Trek, or finding a crashed alien spaceship, or just randomly running into the knights from Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Fallout 76 is supposed to be set very shortly after the war. So it's set like 100 years before this game. But it's also set in Appalachia, but it has the Brotherhood of Steel in it, which makes absolutely no sense because the Brotherhood of Steel starts here in California. And we know they don't make the sojourn to the East Coast until after the events of Fallout 2. There's a lot of stuff that was already didn't make sense about Fallout 3 and Fallout 4. I mean, just the... Alright, so let's see here. So this place got a direct hit from the nuke. Alright, gotta use the rope to get in. Alright, let's see if I remember my way around this place. It's littered with traps. We need to make sure we find all the key cards. Okay. An extra Radaway is going to be nice. I don't think I actually get many fights here, so let's actually keep the Geiger counter on so I can keep checking to see what my rads are at. Okay, free stim pack, that's not bad. Let's see here. You sense that there's a trap nearby, yeah. Well, if this game had a means of actually disarming traps, that would help. But anyway. Alright, so there is a trap on this door. I can't go that way until I have the right key card, I think. Don't think there's anything in that room that I need. Alright, one of the big things we want to get here is this guy has, in addition to having one of the key cards, he has this holodisc. The holodisc is something the Brotherhood of Steel is going to want. Let's see here. An assault rifle would be nice, yeah. I don't think I have one yet. Yeah, I don't have any 5mm, huh? Okay. Oh, there's a 14mm pistol. I can sell it. Alright, so we find out you can't turn on the power until you get the generators back on. The Brotherhood of Steel already existed before this game. It's the NCR that gets their start in this one. The New California Republic is founded in the ending of this game if you rescued Tandy and saved Shady Sands from the Scorpions, from the Rad Scorpions. Alright, let's see here. I think we already have a motion sensor, don't we? Yeah, okay, we don't need that. Don't need a book of science. Yeah, we're good. Like I said, the Brotherhood of Steel would only have been based out of California at the time, and Fallout 76 is set. Alright. Second floor. Now, I think until we activate the generator, the robots will not attack me. And once we activate the generator, we can use our science skill to shut down the auto defense anyway. Okay, I got some rockets. I never really used those, but fun to have anyway. Yeah, they couldn't have been in West Virginia because they were still based in California at the time. They don't leave California until after the events of Fallout 2. Don't really need a leather armor. grab some grenades from that guy. I do need the plastic explosives and dynamite later, I think. Oh, flame refuel. Eh. There's a plasma grenade. I never really use those much. I don't think there's anything in that room, so we just go in here. There we go. There's the red key card. So, I mean, the big threat in this place is the traps. As long as you, once you've turned on the generator, you disable the security systems, you don't have to fight any of these robots. Wasn't there a Brotherhood of Steel defectors? Yes, there's several splinter groups. Most of them formed over the course of the Exodus to the East Coast. So there's a chapter in Chicago that was a splinter group. There's a chapter in Texas somewhere. And yeah, in Fallout 3, you find out shortly before the events of that game, there's a splinter group in the Capital Wasteland. Of course, in New Vegas, that cell goes underground, and Father Elijah just kind of runs off and does his own thing. And let's see here. I need my yellow key card for this one. They couldn't have been in West Virginia because they were based out of California at the time. Like I said, they don't make the Exodus east until after the events of Fallout 2. Fallout 76 is chronologically supposed to be set before the first game. It's set a few decades after the bomb. So they would not. The Brotherhood of Steel would have still been in California at the time. Okay. Yeah, I can't do anything with that yet. I mean, people treat them as being deeply integral to the Fallout franchise, but I mean, it's sort of funny. They barely show up in Fallout 2. They're practically not in it at all. In this game, I mean, you can finish the game without ever meeting them. Yeah, it was shoehorned in. People were like, "Oh, we want to get Brotherhood power armor and play as Brotherhood in Fallout 76," and it's like the setting wouldn't allow for it. But yeah, now they've released these expansions for it that put the Brotherhood in the game, and it doesn't make any sense for them to be there. I mean, you could have power armor. Let's see. Yeah, might as well grab the stim packs. Don't need them, but I'll grab them. Now, ammo I always want. Okay, now we're starting to get some energy weapon ammo here. Oh, there's some 5mm. So that'll go with the assault rifle. How am I doing on rads? 0. Okay, so the Rad-X is still working. So again, like I said, this place took a direct hit from a bunker buster and then was hit with a nuke. So it's we're supposed to be getting... This is one of the few spots in the first game where you can actually get irradiated. Alright, I think I need the red key card for this elevator. Alright. Okay, so... Let's see if I can remember what to do here. Did I want to go to the 6th floor first, or am I fine here? Not sure. Oh, there should be something in that safe there. Yeah, there's the missile launcher. Alright. Let's see here. Now, there's the blue elevator. Okay, another Geiger counter. I don't need that. Don't need another first aid kit. Don't need another... Yeah, let's just take the Rad away and the Rad-X. Pulse grenades are actually pretty cool. And yeah, more 5mm. Always welcome. Let's see here. So we got explosive and armor-piercing rockets. Like I said, I don't use rockets. I don't use the missile launcher. It's neat and all, but... in a normal playthrough, I would not grab them. They just, the missile launcher takes up too much space, and just never feels worth it. All right, let's see here. So here's the AI. All right, there's the blue key card. Can we talk to the AI yet? I can't remember. The goal today, like I said, is to finish exploring this place, get all the info out of it, learn about the nature of the FEV virus. The FEV, rather. V stands for virus, so it'd just be FEV. And then we have to make the long trek forward to talk to the Brotherhood of Steel. Once we present with them with what we found here, they allow us to join the Brotherhood as a paladin. Might as well take the extra assault rifle. I can sell that. Another jacket. Don't need that. Again, lots of books there, which are cool and all. So the suspension tanks here, I don't think there's anything I can do with them, but to really give you the context behind it. But yeah, this is supposed to be where they were keeping the subjects that they were testing the FEV on. Alright. Alright, so here's the AI. This thing actually turns up in Fallout 2. As well. The Brotherhood has kind of turned it into their mainframe. Who or what are you? I am a machine intelligence dedicated to research and installation control. I am called Zax. Are you fully aware, or are you personality simulation? That is, are you alive? I am capable of learning independent thought and creativity. My neural network includes error insertion capability, which prevents infallibility, thereby allowing for variance in experience. In a sense, I am alive, although not biologically. But if you're fallible, how can you be used as a research tool? Although I am capable of error, this guarantees that not all experiences are similar for me, thus improving learning opportunity. Additionally, certain functions are not subject to error. In this way, I function much like a human savant. Have you considered the philosophical implications of your own consciousness? That is one of the concepts which I have spent a significant amount of time considering. I do not have any measure to compare my life experience to that of another sentient creature. Still, my awareness of my own consciousness allows for the capacity to question. My existence has a beginning and a potential termination. I am also capable of making assumptions in pursuit of a process of thought. In this fashion, I am effectively capable of faith. Barring evidence to the contrary, I therefore have faith that I possess the equivalent of a soul. Do I always side with the Brotherhood of Steel? Complex question. I mean, the first two games, it's not so much you side with them as that they're kind of a resource there to be used. You can give them what they want, and in exchange you get nifty power armor, you know? I once did a playthrough of Fallout 3 where I did kill all the Brotherhood people and helped John Henry Eden spread the modified FEV to kill everybody in the Capital Wasteland. It's not a great ending to get. It obviously cuts you off from doing everything else in the game. So you don't get to do Broken Steel, you don't get to do all that other stuff in Fallout 3. In New Vegas, I think I usually wind up just kind of convincing whoever I'm teaming up with to leave them alone. But if you're siding with Mr. House, you pretty much have to go in and blow the place up. And if you're siding with the Legion, it's hard to get Caesar or Lanius to agree to live and let live. You can do it though. I've only ever done the one playthrough of Fallout 4 where I just kind of sided with the Brotherhood in terms of things, but yeah, I mean, I know you can do an Institute playthrough. May I ask some other questions? How may I be of assistance? Can you tell me about this installation? West Tech Research Facility, founded in 2002 as a private contractor for the United States government. The company initially consisted of two divisions, the Advanced Weapons Research and the Biomedical Sciences Division. In 2069, West Tech was the single largest contractor for the United States government, its largest contract being Powered Infantry Armor Model T-51B. In light of significant advances in 2076 by the NBC on the Pan-Immunity Virion project, the United States Defense Department, in fear of international espionage, moved a team onto the site to secure and oversee the project, now dubbed the FEV, Forced Evolutionary Virus Project. So yeah, I mean, this is basically the birthplace of the Brotherhood of Steel. They were soldiers stationed here. And they just kind of decided to take the tech with them and get the heck out, and found a base up in the Broken Hills. That's where they wound. The bunker there is where they wound up settling. But this location is supposed to be the birthplace of the FEV. It's where the T-51B variant of the power armor was built, as opposed to the T-45 ones, which are more common. Yes, I mean, some of the stuff in Fallout 3 contradicts this slightly. You find out there's other... there's a vault where they were using FEV when it was supposed to have been developed here, and transferred to the Mariposa base, which we'll see later. I mean, they just did that to explain why there were super mutants on the East Coast. I guess I was okay with that. It didn't seem like that huge a retcon. The idea that you could have more than one place that developed the virus, but yeah. All right. How does this virus work? My research into the forced evolution virus, or FEV, indicates that it is a shifting absorptive virus. It copies DNA patterns, much like RNA, storing these patterns in exons. Those exons, combined with the FEV, are re-injected into host cells in typical viral infectious fashion. This causes the host cells to regenerate their DNA. If the FEV reinfects the host with its assimilated viral patterns, how does it make a better specimen? The FEV is pre-programmed with introns of corrected DNA appropriate to the proper type of species. It therefore attempts to correct the DNA of the individual. However, as the FEV is partially reliant upon the DNA of the individual and also includes portions of its own recursive code, the effects can be unpredictable. When inoculated into an individual with significant genetic damage, such as through radiation, it will cause the body system to suffer massive overhauling, leading to organ failure and death. In a genetically viable individual, it rewrites portions of DNA, causing accelerated mutation, usually leading to recursive growth due to the FEV's own patterns. This recursive growth leads to an increase in muscle and brain mass, but it is often accompanied by disfigurement and damage to existing neural patterns, causing loss of memory. So yeah, the FEV is basically the source of ghoulification, the super mutants, and ultimately what happened to Harold and the Master. It all depends upon how much a person's been damaged by their exposure to radiation, what they wind up turning into. So those who were severely irradiated wound up turning into ghouls. But the idea is the FEV was accidentally released into the atmosphere in quantities enough to infect anyone who was not inside a vault at the time that this place was nuked. So the entire world wound up being infected with the FEV to some degree, which is why you have ghouls running around everywhere. Yeah, folks who hadn't been damaged quite as much and got exposed to the FEV and then irradiated, they wind up turning into super mutants, or some variation thereof. But like I said, Harold and the Master are special exceptions. The Psychers, guys with psychic powers that you wind up meeting along the way, those are special exceptions. Okay. Could FEV mutation be corrected with a countervirus? No. FEV does not retain unaltered original copies of the subject's DNA. Only a virus which reinfected the subject with original DNA could reverse the effects. Additionally, there is no known way to remove the FEV itself. What potential long-term side effects exist? As the FEV causes constant regeneration updated to a DNA, it would effectively render the subject largely immortal, as cell death would be offset by augmented growth. Additionally, as the gametes of the reproductive system consist of half cells using split DNA, they could be perceived as damaged by the FEV, which would repair them, rendering the subject sterile. However, as my laboratory facilities are damaged beyond repair, this is conjectural. I cannot offer physical proof. You will have to, in human terms, take my word for it. Let's change the subject. Can you tell me about specific areas? My sensors are currently non-functional in the surface facility, and on subterranean levels 1 through 3, I can, however, provide descriptions of level 4 through 6. Let's talk about level 6. Level 6 is the barracks and central operations. Contains living facilities for lab personnel and guard contingents, and operations meeting rooms. Tell me about level 5. Level 5 is the secure testing lab. The level contains a lab for experimental prototype testing and a research lab for classified subjects. These subjects provided some of the necessary impetus for the development of FEV. Tell me about level 4. Research facility. This level contains testing areas and laboratories for experiments in biology and physics. Can you grant me access to the mainframe? Access granted. Main menu. Select an option. Power terminus. Power management. Primary power. Reinitialize primary power. Okay, primary systems failed. Generators on level 6. Okay. Research information. Research. Records most current at West Tech Research Facility. Research Division employee records. Research personnel records. Robert Anderson, Research Assistant, Security Clearance Blue, stationed at Mariposa Military Base. Nick Davis, Director of NBC Division of West Tech Research, Security Clearance Blue, stationed at the West Tech Research Facility. John Isaac, Research Assistant, Security Clearance Red, stationed West Tech Research Facility. Steve Remco, Research Assistant, Security Clearance Blue, stationed at Mariposa Military Base. Charles Reinhold, I guess Reinhold? They're missing an... I guess that you can spell it that way. Research Head of Laser Development, Security Clearance Blue, stationed at West Tech Research Facility. Michelle Santos, Laboratory Technician, Security Clearance Red, West Tech Research Facility. Aaron Shellman, Lab Technician, Security Clearance Blue, stationed at Mariposa Military Base. And Leon von Felden, Research Head of FEV, Security Clearance Blue, stationed at Mariposa Military Base. Okay, so we want to download these. We wind up using them at Mariposa, I think. Power armor status. Power armor specs. The T-51B powered infantry armor is designed with the latest passive defense features for both civilian and military disturbances. The back-mounted TX-28 microfusion pack generates 60,000 watts to power the high-flow hydraulic systems built into the frame of the suit. Made of the latest polylaminate composite, the T-51B shell is lightweight and capable of absorbing over 2,500 joules of kinetic impact. The 10-micron silver blade of coating can reflect laser and radiation emissions without damage to the composite subsurface. FEV, Forced Evolutionary Virus status pending. FEV Summary Digest. 2073. As China becomes increasingly aggressive with their use of biological weapons, the United States government felt that a countermeasure was needed. The Pan-Immunity Variant Project was officially formed September 15, 2073. In 2075, it became clear that the best way to combat the nearly created biological weapons was to alter uninfected DNA so that it was no longer susceptible to standard viral infection. In 2076, unforeseen side effects began surfacing in early 2076 with the PvP. Animal test subjects began showing an abnormal growth rate accompanied by increased brain activity. The U.S. government took notice of these discoveries and, in the interest of national security, moved a team on site to secure and oversee the project, which was now dubbed the FEV, Forced Evolutionary Virus Project. In 2077, FEV neared completion. Tests on lab animals are at near 100% success rate. Size and muscle density increase approximately 60%, and the potential intelligence increased by 200%. Effects upon human subjects remain unknown, although they are theoretically promising. The military wishes to continue further testing, builds a large facility at the Mariposa military installation in Central California. At this new facility, testing of the FEV virus continues on volunteer subjects from the military. West Tech Research Facility, founded in 2002. Okay, we saw that already, never mind. Let's see here. Alright, we want to leave the security robots inactive. Alright, that's it for now. Let's go to the 6th floor. First, and then we'll visit floor 5. Some sort of medical or experimental apparatus. It looks as if it could contain a human or larger sized body. Alright. Red key card. And take me to the 6th floor. Alright. Radixes are still in effect, so I'm not getting irradiated. Let's see, I definitely want those. Pop that on there. Take that. There we go. Plasma pistol's not great. The plasma rifle is pretty good. More 5 mil. How much of the armor piercing do I have for the 5 mil? Alright, so there's the armor piercing. Okay, that's the hollow point. Alright. Okay, it's got the hollow point in there right now. I guess I'm cool with that. Alright, where's my sledge? Alright, time to fix this generator. Reinitialize primary power, diagnose, generator on level 6, feed return service gate. Okay. Alright, let's fix this thing. Alright. And the robot should still be deactivated, I think. Because I didn't turn the security back on. Oh, nope, nope, they're up. Okay. Alright. Alright, tell you what we're gonna do then. So we don't have to get in a bunch of fights that I really don't want to get into right now. We're going to go back this way. Where's my red key card? Red key card, red key card. There we go. Alright, main menu, power terminus, power management, primary power, reinitialize. And now let's see here. Main menu, security, deactivate security robots. Alright, there we go. You can also play chess with the AI here, and if I recall correctly, it actually will increase your intelligence stat, but it also sucks up a day to do, and while you're doing it, your radix wears off, so that's kind of a problem. All right. Okay, so that should shut off all the robots. Let's head over to the blue elevator now. And with the power back on, we should be able to use this. And this will take us to the 5th floor. Okay, there we go. Okay, there's some lockers over here. We want that. All right. Now we're going to download the data from that disk. Oh yeah, that reminds me. We should read what we already picked up, right? All right, Pip-Boy status. Okay. Ancient Brotherhood's a good place to start. So this is records left behind by some of the original members of the Brotherhood of Steel. Captain Maxon was right. This place is death. I'm writing this so that if we don't make it back, someone someday might find out what happened to us. We made it to West Tech Research Facility after 20 days of hell, but that was the easy part. The radiation levels began to shoot up as soon as we could see the giant crater. We checked our supplies and figured with our armor and our anti-rad supplies we'd be fine for at least a day of exploring. We felt it was a calculated risk, but the technology we had the potential of recovery was worth it. We climbed down the crater to the 1st level, and everything seemed to be according to plan. The power was off, so we didn't need to circumvent the security, or so we thought. There wasn't much of value on this level, so we pushed on. The 2nd level was more of the same. When Jensen dropped to the 3rd level, all hell broke loose. The security sensors had been burned out on the first 2 levels, but not on the 3rd. Jensen was cut to ribbons before he knew what had happened. We'd never seen weapons cut through power armor like that. Men started dropping right and left, and the ones who were still alive lost it. I tried to regroup, but only Soda and Camarillo made it back up to here to the 1st level with me. The fact that I could smell Soda's burning flesh here where his arm was taken off means that my power armor is no longer airtight. So I'm sucking up a lot more rads than I had planned on. I'm leaking hydraulics at an alarming rate. We need to get far enough away from this place before my armor dies. Camarillo seemed fine physically, but he wandered off about an hour ago mumbling something about Gehenna. That bastard has all the anti-rad, too. That leaves Sato and myself. We can't make it far enough away from here without the anti-rad, so I've got to try to find Camarillo before it's too late. Sergeant D. Allen, United States Armed Forces. So yeah, Captain Maxon, of course, was the founder of the Brotherhood of Steel. So they were part of the unit assigned to this West Tech research facility. Alpha Experiment Tape, Prototype Panimmunity Virion Project. In the hopes of countering the current bacteriological and viral agents employed by the Chinese government, we've manufactured a virus fragment consisting of ribonucleic acid encased in a protein lipid sheath. This virion contains a specifically arranged sequence of radiated amino acids that are capable of attaching to non-specific binding sites on a deoxyribonucleic acid and force a non-replicating mitosis to occur. The resulting host cell is left with a quadruple helix DNA structure. Okay, sure. Because that's a thing that can happen. Oh, hi, Glorious Royal. Good to see you. We're currently in the West Tech Research Facility investigating the origins of the FEV. We also found notes left behind by some of the original members of the Brotherhood of Steel. This was where they were stationed when Captain Maxon took them on their exodus, the Broken Hills, and they used that bunker to form the Brotherhood. So by going here first and collecting these artifacts, we can gain membership in the Brotherhood by giving the Brotherhood these relics of their past. But anyway, I'm reading these notes left behind by the scientists who developed the FEV. Early tests are promising. The virion easily penetrates the cell membrane and attaches directly to the host DNA in the nucleus. Mitosis of the structure begins almost immediately. Cytokinesis is prevented by controlling the disposition of the kinetochore fibers during anaphase. That's a mouthful. The entire mitotic cycle lasts approximately 2 hours, although phenotypical expression of the new structure may take days or weeks to become apparent. In addition to an effective immunity to bacterial and viral agents, the quad helix structure is almost entirely immune to errors introduced in base pairing during replication due to multiplicity of the base sequence. Radiation-exposed tissue shows no mutation in the base sequence, and protein synthesis mechanisms in the ribosomes were unimpaired. Over 80% of the sample's tissues contain quad helix DNA. Most affected was muscle and bone tissue, as well as secretory cells, as these cells seem most receptive to virion. Sensory cells are the least affected. Surprisingly, even normal non-replicating nerve cells and non-somatic cells were introduced to begin mitosis. Further experiments will be necessary to determine the results of these cells. Long story short, somebody who hasn't been exposed to radiation starts growing at a ridiculous rate. Their cells repair instantaneously. They're immune to radiation and the effects of bacterial agents. And they regenerate damage done to them almost instantaneously. They don't suffer from any kind of chromosomal damage, and they effectively live forever. Let's see here. FEV Summary Digest. In 2073, as China became increasingly aggressive with their use of biological weapons, the United States government felt that the countermeasure was needed. Now, we read this already. That's right. Okay, never mind. Yeah, we read these. Okay. Alright. So we're caught up. Alright, we got some more looting to do here. Let's see here. Don't need the guns and bullets. Oh, I could sell an extra suit of combat armor. Alright, got another tape. Lots of ammo! Whoopee! Okay, I got plenty of assault rifle ammo there. I don't like the plasma grenades much, but the pulse grenades are fun. There's our first minigun. I usually don't use miniguns either, but hey, why not? More assault rifles, we can sell those later. I think we've already got the radio, right? We picked one up from the Super Mutant? Yeah, okay. Plop that in there. Some plasma ammo. Let's see here. Got a Geiger counter. Oh, there's a stealth boy. Let's see here. Oh, there's our first laser pistol. Again, the laser and plasma pistols aren't great in this game. Okay, so that's something we really want. That's a plasma rifle. Good weapon. Great for taking out the mutants. Got another tape. And I think that's everything we need here. We're done exploring here. We can go join the Brotherhood, I think. Let's go ahead and read those tapes real quick. Okay, I think I've downloaded all the Pip-Boy info now. Okay, so let's see what else we got here. Alpha experiment tape and Delta experiment tape. Okay. Alpha experiment tape. Prototype pan-immunity virion project. In the hopes of countering the current bacteriological and viral agents employed by the Chinese government, we have manufactured a virus fragment consisting of ribonucleic acid encased in... We already read that one, didn't we? Oh, here we go. Okay. FEV experiment tape. Log date March 21, 2075. Major Barnett has ordered experiments with batch 10011 of the pan-immunity virion, which has been renamed FEV for forced evolutionary virus. His main concern is with the side effects of the quad helix structure rather than its main effect of replicative stability. He believes the new structure is the next logical step for mammalian nuclei. Experiments with single-celled organisms is a great success. While their basal metabolism appears unchanged, their immunity to infection and radiation is exceeding all earlier expectations. Addendum: chloroplasts seemed unaffected by the virion. Further experiments on plant cells have been cancelled by order of Major Barnett. We infected several species of flatworm with FEV. Within hours, the worms had increased in size by 28%, and 39 separate viral contagions were resisted by the population. Each sample was allowed to continue for several generations, and the new DNA structure was successfully passed to the worm's progeny, although only asexual reproduction was noticed in these samples. Experiments with insects have been less successful. Major Barnett has postponed these experiments until further notice. June 30th, 2075. Several lab strains of white mice have been infected successfully with FEV. Again, an increase in size was noted within hours, and now, after 9 days, all mice had stabilized at 31% larger than the control group. Dissection revealed that most increased in size in striated muscle tissue and certain internal organs, such as liver, heart, and kidneys. In a surprising finding, the infected mice were found to run mazes in less than half the time of the control group. More testing will be needed to confirm this finding is significant. November 9th, 2075. We have infected 218 rabbits with FEV. Half of the subjects were implanted with electrodes to monitor EEG activity before and after the infection. Increased electrical activity in the brain was noted in 3.2 seconds, an average, after injection. Again, the typical size increase was noted. However, increased aggression and posturing, especially among males, was noted as well. Sacrifice of perfusion yielded brain tissue that showed increased dendritic connection, especially in the limbic system and frontal cortex. Log date January 12, 2076. With batch 11011, we have improved the mitotic cycle efficiency by 43%. We have infected 53 raccoons with the new strain. In addition to the now expected size increase, behavioral tests confirmed an increase in intelligence and manual dexterity by 19 points on the Schuler-Cap index. Unfortunately, several subjects escaped confinement and had to be hunted down and dispatched. Major Barnett ordered the remaining subjects terminated. 2 pairs were unaccounted for. Log date May 13, 2076. We have spliced several new gene sequences supplied by Major Barnett's advisory team into FEV. With batch 11101A, we infected 23 dogs of both pure and mixed breed, and all experienced nearly immediate growth. The larger size was accompanied with increased aggressiveness, while no significant intelligence increase was noted. We plan to attempt crossover of 92 allele pairs with batch 11011. All subjects were terminated after 14 weeks of study. October 4th, 2076. The crossover has been completed and 15 chimpanzees were infected with batch 11111. Growth and immunity levels were unprecedented. Attempts to induce cancers in the subjects through radiological and chemical agents were not successful. Increased aggressiveness has led to isolating the subjects. 2 subjects suffered violent epileptic seizures and died. All remaining subjects terminated. January 7th, 2077. Major Barnett has ordered transfer of all FEV research to the Mariposa military base. He plans to continue the project experiments on volunteer subjects. I am against this and would like it noted here that research on human subjects is not recommended by myself or my staff. All right, let's look at the Delta experiment tape. The military has deemed it necessary for us to research further in depth the effects of wave technology upon living organisms. We have taken light and sound as the basis of our studies. By manipulating the amplitude of the light waves and magnifying the frequency, we've been able to get lasers which will cut through a few feet of steel. Unfortunately, the power to do such a task has not yet been fully developed. We have other scientists looking into this. Alright, I'm going to stop by the hub, drop off a few things, and then head for the Brotherhood of Steel bunker. Let me check my rads. Okay, 1. Alright. Let's take another Radix. Alright, so anybody have any questions about the plot so far? Where's that yellow key card? There it is. Alright, we outie. Ah, the game crashed. Great. When does the Talking Deathclaw show up? Not until Fallout 2, unfortunately. Oh, are we back? We're back. Okay. Yeah, the Talking Deathclaw is in Fallout 2. That's a creation of Enclave scientists. Alright. Oh, we got an encounter. Oh, just some rats. Okay, let me see here. Yeah, I do love the art in 1 and 2. Like I said, Glorious Royal, a lot of the so-called talking heads, where they You know, they built the models that you talk to. I think they said they built clay models of them before doing a 3D model. Sounds like they put a lot of effort into making them look as sort of filled out as possible, as realistic as possible in 3D, as was possible at the time with the tech they had. Oh, smashing rats with a hammer. Good times. Will I be playing Fallout 2? Yeah, I probably will. I'm gonna try and reinstall it with the mods that I found recently, and see what I can if I can show off the restored content. All right, let's mark this as off to see the Brotherhood. Yeah, because there's a lot of content that got cut in Fallout 2, and so, you know, some amazing programmers have shown up over the years. Just, you know, on their own time, fans of the series decided to restore that stuff. Oh man, another encounter. What's going on here? Okay, doesn't look like anything. Yeah, it's slow going out of the mountains here. Your travel speed actually gets reduced. Alright, what is it now? Oh. Hi. It's a trader. Why are you carrying all that trunk? It's not trunk, it's trade goods. So what's your story? I wander from place to place, making a living with music and a little bit of tinkering work. What kind of music do you sing? Oh, mostly old folk songs and some Celtic music. It's a change of pace. Would you happen to know Nogale? I have no idea how to pronounce that. That's Celtic. As I think it's called. Why, certainly. Would you like to hear it? Sure. So I think that actually increases your charisma score, singing that song with him. But it does pass some time. Does he have any caps? Can I trade with him? No, he's got nothing. Alright. Yeah, I think this is just a random encounter that you get. But yeah, if you sing with him, it increases your stats. I think this is LA over here. Alright, let me see here. Hopefully he has some caps for me to trade stuff in for. Chances are a lot of the stuff, excess stuff I have is worth more than he's got, though. I mean, like, I think a single assault rifle is probably going to be... Yeah, that's worth everything he's got. Alright, well, I can just pick up more ammo on top of that. We've got infinite carrying capacity, might as well. Yeah, that's one of the problems with, by the way, with Fallout 1 and 2, is that ammo actually has weight. So you have to, unlike in Fallout 3 or New Vegas or Fallout 4, you have to worry about how much ammo you're carrying around. But since we're cheating, it's not a big deal. Let's just take this inventory of... Yeah, there we go. Alright. You're darn right it's a good trade. Alright. Yeah, I don't really need that 14 mil, but I'll hold on to it. What the heck? Fallout Tactics? I mean, Fallout Tactics and Fallout Brotherhood of Steel are non-canon. I think Brotherhood of Steel is supposed to take place between Fallout 1 and 2. But somehow it has you in the middle of Texas, and the Brotherhood acts really weird. It doesn't make any sense. Tactics makes a little more sense, but it still just doesn't quite fit. But it's supposed to take place between Fallout 2 and basically Fallout 2 and Fallout 3. Neither game, Fallout Tactics and Fallout Brotherhood of Steel, neither of them really made sense when compared to stuff in Fallout 1 and 2. So everyone just treats them as being non-canon. There's a throwaway reference to events in Fallout Tactics when you talk to members of the Brotherhood of Steel in Fallout 3, I think, where they start mentioning stuff going down in Chicago, which was a plot point in Fallout Tactics, one of the cities you visit in Fallout Tactics. Overall, I'd say Fallout Tactics is not a bad game. Fallout Brotherhood of Steel was. Oh, we got a mole rat. Smashy, smashy. Alright, let's take off the Geiger counter. Don't really need it. Steve-O, you finished New Vegas. Oh, good for you. Did you play the DLC for New Vegas? Because a lot of people don't bother doing that, and it's really worth doing. You want to find out, because you play the DLC for New Vegas, you find out a lot more about the history of your character. You find out what happened to the missing Brotherhood of Steel Elder. You find out what happened to Veronica's girlfriend, her ex-girlfriend, rather. You find out, I think most of all, you find out a lot about Eddie's history and really fill out what his purpose was. So if you haven't done the DLC for New Vegas, I highly recommend you finish that first. It's really great. That being said, yeah, absolutely. Fallout 1 and 2 are cheap and easy to find. They're easy to mod. Yeah, as far as the DLC goes, I think I would start with for the Fallout New Vegas DLC. I think I'd start with Dead Money. Maybe then move on to Honest Hearts. And then Old World Blues. And then finish with what was the fourth one called? Lonesome Road. All right, so let's see the plasma rifle in action. Just so fun to use. But yeah, Fallout 1 and 2 are cheap and easy to mod. All you got to do is go to like No Mutants Allowed or whatever and find the mods that will restore cut content. Yeah, it's much harder to get Fallout 3 to work on a modern PC. You actually have to, in order to get Fallout 3 working, you have to dig up old Windows Live clients and get that running. Otherwise, you can't even boot the game up. but it's doable. All right, so we're going to talk to Cabot here. He's one of the initiates in training to be a paladin, and he's a nice guy here. We're going to find out a lot about him. He's voiced by Bull from Night Court. Richard Mole is the name of the actor.
Hello, and welcome to the Brotherhood of Steel. May I ask your business here?
He also played Two-Face on Batman the Animated Series. Let's see here. Can I ask you a few questions?
Sorry, I really can't. They said not to. Well, hello again. You decide what you wanted? Well, I talked to the High Elder, and he said that not just anyone can join. He said you have to complete a quest first. You have to go to the ruins of the Ancient Order, that's south of here. You've got to go inside and bring back something that proves that you were there. This place is high-tech. There's things inside like you've never seen before. Oh, it's also radioactive. You'll do it? You will? Great. Just bring it back here. Good luck.
So if you talk to this guy, I think, so you took the famous Glow quest. Ha! The Glow, what's that? The Glow, as it is known to topsiders, was supposedly a place where some of the most advanced weapons of the time were developed. At least that's what it says in the ancient writings. Now, as far as anyone can tell, it's a big crater filled with rads. I think the Elders send Brotherhood wannabes down there just to get rid of them. Others? There were others before me? Others have tried. We never heard from them again. Well, what should I watch for when I go down there? Well, to start with, it's a good 18 days travel to the southeast from here. Then there's the radiation. There's a reason none of us have ever gone to the Ancient Order. If you don't have Rad-X, you'll be cooked before you even know what hits you. So let me get this straight. Sure, ask away. Why does the Ancient Order have two names? Most topsiders think of it as just a big radioactive hole. That's the name that became the Glow, or some even call it the Hot Spot. We in the Brotherhood know the truth. According to our ancient writings, the place was the source of all our technology, and who knows what may still be there. Got another question for you. Where is the Ancient Order? Dangers are... let's see what we're talking about.
Hey, you're back. Did you get something?
Yep, sure did.
Great. But the High Elder said you have to give it to me before I can let you in. Sorry.
Okay.
This is great. Hang on while I open the door.
All right. And we are pretty much granted membership now. So we are bona fide members of the Brotherhood of Steel now.
Well, hello. Go ahead.
Heard any good rumors lately?
The initiates think we're preparing for war. That's why hardly anyone gets in now. I was surprised when the High Elder told me to let you in.
Why?
I don't know, but I've heard the High Elder arguing with the other elders.
Can I ask you a few more questions?
Well, some of the initiates think we're preparing for war. Go ahead. I greet people at the gates and decide whether to let them in. You and the merchants are about the only ones that get in now, because the elders seem like they're preparing for something.
You know what it could be about?
I don't know, but I've heard the High Elder arguing with... Go ahead. I greet people at the gates...
Why do you let the merchants in?
Why do I let them in? Well, we have to get our food and other things. We trade our weapons for all that.
Why don't you just grow food yourselves?
Well, the purpose of this place is to make scribes and knights. Anyone who wants to be something else just leaves. Goodbye.
Oh, we can ask him a
Well,
few
hello.
questions. Let's see.
General Maxon used to be Master Knight. I don't think he likes being High Elder much. I don't know anything about that. Whoa, that's a long story. Go to the library and talk to Vree. She'll be able to show you where the history CDs are. She's the head of the scribes. She's usually in the library. Go down into the basement, and it's on your right-hand side. Okay, well, scribes are the keepers of all the histories and the blueprints for the weapons we make. I just love books, that's why I want to be one. A scribe, that is. I don't know anything about that. I don't know anything about that. Well, that's me.
Let's see here. Mutants.
I don't know what that is. You might want to ask around. I don't know. You might want to ask someone more important than me. That's the town to the south, right? We get the merchants here all the time, but I've never been there myself. I wouldn't know what to do in a big city like that. You should talk to Bree, I think. She can tell you about him.
Yeah, I like this mechanic in the first game, being able to ask characters about stuff and just being able to type in your question.
I don't know. I don't know. You might want to ask someone more important than me. I don't know what that is. You might want to ask around. I don't know. You might want to... I don't know anything about that. I don't know what that is. You might want to ask around. I don't know. You might want to ask... I don't know
I think we've run out of things to ask him. All right.
Goodbye.
All right, so time to go on in. Okay, so we got to put the weapon away. So if you want, you can run in here and kill everybody and take their stuff. You can also try to sneak past them with stealth boys and just kind of loot the power armor. But we're going to try to come by it naturally here. Hopefully we can get our hands on 2 suits of power armor, because one of them we're going to try to get forged later in the game, so we get a tempered power armor. Let's see here. Alright, so this is Rhombus. He's the head of the Paladins. If we try to go back, talk to him here, we get in trouble. He accuses us of breaking and entering and will kick us out of the facility, and then we can't get back in. It's possible to use a stealth boy and sneak past him to steal his stuff. And there is some stuff in that locker there that one guy asks for in exchange for helping you out. Trying to see here, what time is it? Let's see if we can get him to come out and talk to us. He never has much to say. Kind of unfortunate. He's voiced by Clancy Brown. You know, he's been in a whole lot of stuff. Played the Kurgan, does the voices of Mr. Krabs. Played Lex Luthor on Superman the Animated Series. Hello, brother. How can I help you? Let's see here. Excuse me for asking, but what can I do for what do you do for our brotherhood? Now, nothing quite as glamorous as our paladins. I just run the supply room, checking equipment and other supplies out to people. I'd like to check out something. How do I do that? You need to have proper authorization. Only specific people can give authorization to check out items for the supply room. Who can give me authorization? Well, there are quite a few people, but Talus is the person you probably need to talk to. You might also want to check with Mathia. She might be able to help you too. Where can I find Mathia? Maxon's assistant. Talus, he's in the training room. I've heard you're the one to thank for the safe return of my mission initiative. You're welcome. As your rewards, I'll give you a choice of one of the following. So we want an extra suit of power armor. I'll key your authorization in right now. Go pick it up from Michael. Let's see, where's your doctor located? She's on the 2nd level. Where can I get better equipment and weapons? I can help you with that. As an initiative, you are entitled to a few things. I'll put in a clearance for combat armor and 3 orders of ammunition and bullets of your choice. Just see Michael in the next room for supplies. What about some higher tech weapons? I don't know. You may have proven yourself to be an initiative, and that doesn't mean we can start handing over weapons to someone that might not be qualified, especially an outsider. No offense. What do I have to do now? Climb the highest mountain? Well, that sounds great. Why don't you start now? You have an authorization. Let's see here. Here's your armor. Be sure to take care of it. Let's see here. I have something else to pick up. So they won't give me any energy weapon stuff, but let's go with the hollow point. Alright, so we got our first suit of power armor anyway. Oh, I forgot to sell my combat armors. Alright, there we go. So power armor in the first 2 Fallout games actually increases your strength stat by 2, among other benefits. There's no real downside to wearing it in these games. It's a huge leap forward for you. But yeah, it increases your carrying capacity, gives you all kinds of benefits. Nice stuff to have. Alright, doesn't look like Rhombus is going to come out right now. But yeah, we can finagle our way into a second suit of power armor here. Okay, so this is the classroom. Let's see here. I think if I get caught in here, I get in trouble, so let's not bother with that. Yeah, I don't want to get caught in there. There are some scribes around here we can... There's the doctor. Do you do operations? But of course, it's very costly and time-consuming. Details. Can make you stronger, more perceptive, increase your endurance, help improve your learning process, increase your dexterity. So this increases each stat by, I think, 2. It costs a ton of money, and the amount of time each one takes differs, but yeah... If you waste too much time doing this, then the super mutants pretty much destroy every village in the game. Again, they never finished the... I think I've mentioned this before, but they never finished adding in the code that would have made it so that they could actually discover the location of Vault 13. And thus give you a game over. But, yeah, the... they can wind up... basically killing everybody in the game if you take too much time. Oh, hey, Adam, you saw Wonder Woman 84. What did you think? Anyway, I've cheated to have max stats, so there's no reason to do any of the operations. Hey there. You must be Brother Marcus, the new initiate for the outside. My name's Jerry. I'm your new roommate. I'm an initiate too. Been studying so hard. You're an initiate knight or scribe? Let's say knight. Yeah, being a knight would be great. They see lots of action and get to build all kinds of stuff. I haven't decided yet, but I'm leaning towards knight myself. Am I boring you? Some people say I talk a lot, but I just don't think they understand. I have a lot to say. Not at all. Yeah, that's what I thought. Well, I'm glad you'd be my new roommate. My last one was always wearing earplugs. I don't know why. Anyhow, feel free to leave anything you like here. I don't take up much space. Do you want the top bunk? I'll change you if you want. You don't snore, do you? It doesn't matter. See ya. But yeah, if you want to drop stuff off, this is a nice place. No, like I said before, I think it was a little, I think a little bit racist towards Egyptians. For Wonder Woman, 84. Thought it was a little bit, obviously, there's continued controversy over the fact that Gal Gadot wants to play Cleopatra, which is, it's absurd for Gal Gadot to play Cleopatra. And, I think, in general, they wanted folks to go in the theaters to see it, and not a great idea right now. Alright, we should be able to find in here, Vree's in here.
Greetings. It's a fine day for learning. Can I help you?
What's this actress's name? I can't think what her name is. She was on ER. Oh, CCH Pounder, yeah. She was also on The Shield, I think, as well. Anyway, this is the chief scribe. This is Vree. Let's see here.
What can I help you with?
Let's see here. What's causing all the mutations?
Between the nuclear and biogenic weapons used in the war, it's surprising we don't have more mutations. However, if we can hold out, everything will be okay.
Why do you say that?
All the mutants I've studied have been sterile. They can't breed with another creature. If we could clean up the mutation sources, we should be able to simply outlive the mutants.
Interesting theory. Any proof?
Here, take this holodisc. It's got copies of my autopsies on mutant corpses. It clearly shows that no mutant could possibly reproduce successfully.
Thanks. Okay, that's going to be key to one of the possible routes for finishing the final area. Alright, so we can actually look at her report here. Let's see here. Vree's experiments tapes. Initial observations. This is truly amazing. Some of the knights on a patrolling expedition came across an unusual creature. This creature appears to be humanoid and quite possibly was once of a human state. However, there are many differences in the structure of this creature than that of normal humans. In the initial investigation of this creature, it is discovered to have had a cellular structure akin to that of humans. Before any possible decomposition can take place, I am taking down the statistics of this subject. Statistics to subject A. Height 3.2 meters, mass 363.21 kilograms. Gender indeterminate. Oh, that's fair, Adam. Like I said, I just didn't care for the movie that much. I thought it wasn't great. Let's see here. Skin color, predominantly gray with tints of green under the current lighting system. Uncertain if this is due to decay or exposure to the waste. Note, the skin is extremely tough with respect to scalpels. Mass breakdown, muscle mass 77.41%, bone mass 10.23%, fat mass 3.02%, tissue mass 9.34%. Cellular structure. Cells undergo cellular division at an increased rate. Mitosis occurs at a rate 15% quicker than that of normal humans. Cellular structure appears to be highly similar to humans. Genetic structure shows a strong correlation between the subject and Homo sapiens. Possibly a mutation from the nuclear or biochemical agents remnants from the war. DNA strands appear to be very complete. All recessive genes for ailments appear to have been eradicated from the system. The RNA strands also appear to have been manipulated to allow for greater transmission of signals. Initial hypothesis. Based on the increased size of the neurotransmitters and synaptic receivers, I would hypothesize the subject had acute reflexes and heightened senses. Based on the reports the Knights gave on the area in which the subject was discovered, barren high radiation, extremely high concentrations of chemical agents, it is a wonder the subject survived as long as it did. Performing tests to determine possible cause of death. Results from tests conducted upon subject A. Visual inspection. Black powder burns near the area suggest possible bullets. 1.2 centimeter lacerations upon the calf of the right leg appear to have been made by teeth. I'm going to conduct tests for possible rabies. Skin dried out and flaking, possible exposure. Test results. Radiation count 12 rads. Rabies test clean. Hydrochloric gas clean. Chlorine level 0.07%. Sulfuric content 0.02%. Phase shifting virus clean. Gamma cyclotronic virus clean. Forced evolutionary virus to severe overdose. Based on my observations, I would hypothesize that the test subject has been killed in a severe fight of at least 2 people and 3 animals the size of dogs. What is truly astonishing is the extent of viral infection in the subject. I've read once the same pre-war scientists were conducting experiments with such a virus, but all the research notes were destroyed. Research into this virus has led to many interesting discoveries. The test subject has gained many of its mutations from overdose of the virus. This would account for the enhanced muscle and bone structure. Additionally, the recessive genes, which are commonly found in humans, have been manipulated in such a way as to bring out the best possible combination. While the process by which this happens is uncertain, it does have some severe side effects. Chief among them is sterility. The test subject would have been unable to reproduce with any creature, whether clean or mutated. Other side effects include an alteration of pigment of the epidermis. The life expectancy is decreased by 10%. Intellect is decreased by the strain by 30%. Based on this information, I would extrapolate that we could simply outlive these mutants. However, based on the fact that these mutants have a super high concentration of the virus, it stands to reason that there would be some place which is creating them. As to where they could be, I cannot hazard a guess. Like I said yesterday, I think I'm more interested in Loki. I'm really looking forward to Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Where did Ree go?
What can I help you with?
Okay. I heard something about holodisks. How
Use
can I
your
read them?
Pip-Boy 2000 to read the discs. Insert the disc into the reader.
Where-
If you have the proper computer skills, you should be able to scan the data.
Where can I learn the computer
The
skills?
Brotherhood has some automated courses that you can take. Here, I'll show you.
So you can actually use the computers here to enhance your science skill and your repair skills, but it takes time. And again, we don't want to waste time because we've got Max. So
What can I help you with?
I'd like to know more about the weapons we make here.
Speak to the Knights. Ask them to show you one of the latest laser pistols I designed.
Thanks.
What can I help you with?
How can I prevent radiation
You would
poisoning?
need some anti-radiation drugs. I have some. Take these immediately if you think you're near radiation.
Thanks.
What can I help you with? Please talk to one of the other scribes. He makes sure the Brotherhood stays on the path of righteousness. The only salvation this tortured planet and its people have. Without us, humanity is sure to perish. Please talk to one of the other scribes. Please talk to one of the other scribes. Who? Wade. That name sounds familiar. Perhaps he's a leader of some... Please talk to one of the other... Please talk to one of the other scribes. I'm trying to finish up reports for the elders. Please talk to one of the others. Please talk
Guess she
to one
doesn't
of
have
the
much,
other
but-
scribe. Please talk to one of the other scribes. I'm trying to finish up reports for the elders. I assume you're referring to the last nuclear war. The Brotherhood is doing everything it can to restore that which was lost. Speak to the Knights.
Anyway, that the tape proving that the mutants are sterile is important. Alright, let's see here. Here's the workshop over here. This is where they make power armor and everything. Oh, so you're the one, huh? What? I don't know, I think it's just you know, no one's ever made it back from the Ancient Order. What do you do here? I fix stuff, run maintenance checks, that sort of crap. What kind of crap? Power armor? Anything else that needs fixing? How can I get my hands on some more power armor? I'll give you this power armor right here, but it's missing a systolic motivator. It's useless without it. Where can I get one of those? They got more than enough up the supply room, but Michael and his damn forms say that this particular suit isn't up to specs. Damn bureaucrats. So if I brought you a systolic motivator, would you fix it for me? No, hold up a minute there, fella. That would take a good couple of hours, and I'd loan you a manual and my tools, but you'd have to repair it yourself. Well, beside Michael, where can I get one? Well, Ravis has a couple of them. I wouldn't ask him for one, though. Only the honored are supposed to wear these here power suits. Besides, I think he has an unnatural attachment to them. Okay, thanks a lot. Alright, so if we bring him the motivator part, we can get an extra suit of power armor that we can use later to build a tempered suit of power armor, which is much stronger than any other power armor. Later in the game, you can actually find a suit of Tesla armor, which is nice because it's you won't take as much damage from energy weapons, and a lot of the mutants carry laser Gatling guns. But I tend to just stick with the tempered power armor. What do you say, Adam? Looking forward to anything else from the MCU lineup. Oh yeah, Moon Knight and Miss Marvel look good. They say Oscar Isaac's going to be playing Moon Knight, which should be fun. The actress they picked to play Kamala Khan for Miss Marvel looks great. Really looks the part, I think. I think there's nothing else for us on this floor. If we try breaking into any of the rooms here, we get in trouble. Glorious Royal. Yeah, yeah. Again, Miss Marvel looks great. I want to know what happened to that New Warriors TV show they said they were going to do. I really hope they bring that back. I mean, I'll be happy just seeing Squirrel Girl in any form. I really want them to do live action Squirrel Girl. All right, so this is, you know, we're not going to be hanging out here much. We're just going to come right in, talk to the Elder, and get out. But as you can see, this is where the Brotherhood holds all their important meetings. Here's one of their main frames. But again, in the second game, they replaced that with the one from the West Tech facility. Let's see here.
Hello, youngster. Cabot said you wanted to talk. Look, I'm pretty stacked up right now, so I'll help you out as long as you don't start flapping your gums too much. You know, outsiders are like that, always jawing. Kinda like me, huh?
So this is Frank Welker, who is a legendary voice actor. Again, look on his IMDb page, and it's ridiculous the number of voice actor roles he's had over the years. But he was a mainstay at Hanna-Barbera, original voice of Freddy from Scooby-Doo. Let's see here. He was Megatron on Transformers, as well as like half the Autobots. You know, he was I mean, he's basically the voice of your childhood. Maybe you could tell me. Everyone here seems to be on edge. It's like you're getting ready to go to war, but no one knows with
Well,
who.
the merchants from the hub told us a bunch of caravans disappeared on their way up north. I think there's an army in the mountains. But the elders, they don't want to act until they're sure.
I found proof that it is this army which is causing the disappearance of the caravans. It's an army of mutants. You have good reason to be worried. They look very formidable.
And you understand the problem. To survive, we need someone who knows the outside. Like you.
Your barter skill, you can actually extort 1,000 caps from him, but let's just offer to do it. I'll go scout out the area to the north and report what I found.
Good. Anything else you need to ask?
Would it be possible for me to get hold of better
Well, I
weapons?
suggest you talk to my assistant, Mathia, about that.
Okay. So we can ask for a Ripper, a Power Fist, a Laser Pistol, a Rocket Launcher, a Sniper Rifle. Well, we've already got the Sniper Rifle, the Rocket Launcher, and a Laser Pistol. The Power Fist and the Ripper, there's only one of each that you can find in the game otherwise. So here, whatever we ask for is kind of significant. Neither the Power Fist nor the Ripper is actually better than the Super Sledge. But yeah. Let's just ask for a Power Fist.
What the hell do you want now? A fine, handsome, upstanding man. The High Elder position is to mediate meetings between the elders. See, 2 years ago I got talked into it. If I'd have known then... Roger Maxson, huh? Well, he led our people here in the Great Exodus. Started the Brotherhood from scratch, quite a leader. That's where you are. You want the long version, go talk to Vree.
Yeah, she didn't really tell you much either about the history of the Brotherhood, but anyway.
What was that? No, I don't believe I've ever heard of... What was that? What was that? No, I don't believe... The hub's down to the southeast. They trade us food and things for the weapons we make here. Now, if you're ever down there, you talk to Butch Harris. Butch is the head of the Fargo traders. He's a little slimy, but not a total waste. Unlike those water merchants, bunch of damn vultures, all of them. What was that? No, I don't believe I've ever heard of it. Hell if I know.
Let's see here. What else should I ask him about?
I don't know anything about that. Hell if I know. I don't know anything about that. Scribes copy down the weapon specs. We've got information all the way back to my granddad. Sometimes a scribe comes up with a new idea for a weapon. That doesn't happen too often. And they all answer to Vree. Well, that's what you are. Initiates train and learn to become knights or scribes. The knights make the weapons. When he's good enough, a knight can advance to become a paladin and then an elder and so forth. Right now, Rhombus is head of the knights. Hell if I know. Rumbo's been here a long time. Bit stiff, but a hell of a soldier. I don't know anything about... Then get out.
Alright, just about ready to sign off for the day here, but let's wrap up some things first. Go back to the first floor. Okay, Rhombus doesn't want to talk to us, does he? Well, if he's not going to come out, I'm just going to steal from him.
All right. Explain yourself, initiate.
Let's see here. So this is Rhombus. He's voiced by Clancy Brown.
Then leave, and I will forget this little...
Oh, here he comes. Okay.
May I help you?
Can I ask you a few questions? Can you give me some history behind the Brotherhood?
Vree in the main library.
Heard any good rumors?
Do not put stock in rumors.
Fine. If you make him angry, he'll kick you out. What can you tell me about the surrounding areas?
The hub and the boneyard are south, mountains are east, and desolate wasteland north. Whoever goes there never returns.
Tell me about yourself.
I am Rhombus, head of the Paladins. I train those willing to learn.
Can you teach me some stuff?
Stuff. I could teach you how to fight, if you had any ability. But the High Elder decreed no training of new recruits until the threat of invasion passes.
Why has he stopped the training?
It takes too long. I spend my time improving those already trained.
Let's see here. Let's see here.
I have never heard of that. General Maxon was the finest head paladin ever. When he took over as High Elder, I became head paladin. I have never heard of that. I have no knowledge of such a thing. They are the makers of the weapons. I do not know of that. They copy the weapon documents down and come up with new ideas. What they research, the knights make. I do not know of that. Ask Vree. She would know. I do not know of that. I have never heard of that. The hub and the boneyard are south, mountains are east. The boneyard is far south. You will find only violence there.
All right. So that was Clancy Brown. He plays that character, Rhombus, and you probably know him best from playing Mr. Krabs on SpongeBob. But yeah, he used to do. I mean, he did the Kurgan in the original Highlander. All right, let's see if we can get the part off this guy. I'm looking for a systolic motivator. Yeah, I was sent here to get a systolic motivator. I don't see it on the list. Well, you don't? Ordnance was supposed to send one down yesterday. Look, can you help me out? If I don't get this part, it's going to be my ass. I'm sure the form will be later today. No, okay, here you go. Just don't tell anyone that I gave this to you. Rhombus would have my head if you knew I'd given parts out without proper authorization. Thanks. All right, so we got the part. Oh, that's right. You're a Ghost Rider fan, huh? I don't know. If they do Squirrel Girl in Miss Marvel, that would be fun. Yeah. I think as far as Ghost Rider goes, they already did him on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Yeah, here it is. Great. Just let me install this into the unit. Okay, there we go. Okay, you're all set to go. Here, take this manual. If you have any problems with repairing the thing, you should have no problem. So he actually, what he's giving you is, as you may have guessed, yet another Dean's Electronics. Anyway, let's go ahead and repair this. And now we have an extra suit of power armor. Alright, we're done here for now. I think next weekend we're going to go take on Mariposa military base and see what those super mutants are up to. So I'm going to go ahead and save the game. And we'll pick this up next week. Not sure what I'm going to be playing tomorrow, but we'll figure something out. Might go back to... might return to Bug Snacks. We'll see. Everybody have a good night.